Good afternoon. My name is Larry McDonough. I'm Director of Product Management at VMware. I am also the product manager leading up a number of our developer outreach efforts on VMware Code, especially on the infrastructure, like our website, all the things that we bring you, like this developer services, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I also manage our VMware Coud Marketplace, which is a technology preview we launched and announced on Monday this week. And I'll touch on that with a slide or two as well, because that's kind of the other end of the developer lifecycle, right? So you develop stuff, you build stuff, eventually you want to bring it to market, right? Okay, so this is the agenda I'm going to go over today, kind of give you guys a little overview of what is VMware Code if you're unfamiliar. Also talk about our in-product developer services, what we're calling dev centers, which is very closely related to the in-product services. And again, that Coud Marketplace and how to stay informed. And if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to address them as we go. It's a very quick talk, so let's, if you have any questions, just bring them up as you think of them. So VMware Code is a website and a program and a set of developer services that we launched around 2017. It's actually, and many of the services that are involved in and included in VMware Code have been in development for a long time, for a number of years before that. The program has over 5,000 members already, so if you're not a member, please go to our code.vmware.com and click on the join button, and we'd love to have you as a member. If you join, you'll get invitation to Slack, and you'll get a bunch of other opportunities and to leverage our developer resources. So what are the in-product services that we offer? And by in-product, what do I mean? So many of VMware's products have extensibility. So we have APIs accessible. Sometimes there's SDKs, especially for our certification partners. And developers need access to documentation, to our APIs, to samples. So what we offer is each of these tools, these API Explorer, which is a tool that's built into our website, is also a back-end service that's leveraged by our products. So I'll show you an example of that on a few slides. But it's a very powerful way of enabling you, the developer, while you're working with any of our products, to get access to those developer resources right in place where you're using them. The other thing, one of the products or developer services I want to highlight is Sample Exchange. This is also accessible on code.vmware.com. It's open to everybody. If you're a member of VMware Code, you can contribute samples. Anyone can contribute a sample. So if you have developed something you think is really useful for others, please think about contributing. You can also go here to find samples if there's something you're looking for in particular. You can even go to Google. We're working very closely to make sure we SEO as much as we can out of our sample exchange, so that even though majority of these samples live in GitHub, we're indexing them on code.vmware.com, which means that you can find them easily. It's not easy to find samples buried in GitHub repos, but what we're trying to do at code.vmware.com is provide that index for you to find them. So we're not housing the samples ourselves. They live where samples like to live, but we're making sure we provide that index and searchability. Doc Finder is something new. This is a new developer service we're working on, which is kind of like Sample Exchange, but it'll be a way for you to find the docs you need. And Marketplace, I mentioned. I'll talk again about that in a moment. So what are the dev centers? This is kind of an architecture of how we built them, but in general, it enables you as a developer and a contributor to a self-service portal or even service, depending on where you're experiencing that developer service, from a product or from the website. Enables you to get access to them, contribute also to them, like you can contribute samples even from a CI/CD pipeline, for instance. And then users and developers can get access to them in many ways: filter, find, discover, and leverage. And then they can be made available inside of our products or even inside of our cloud services. So, for instance, like VMware Cloud on AWS. Here's an example of what that looks like. If you're familiar with VMware Cloud on AWS, have you ever used it? This is one of the main console What I've moved the cursor over to before I did the snapshot was the Developer Center tab, if you notice there. That's us. That's our VMware Code Dev Centers becoming surfaced inside of a product. It's the exact same Developer Center that you'll find on code.vmware.com, but it's in the product. And if you go there and you look at, if you click on that, the screen you're going to see looks like the one below, where you see API Explorer, and I just happen to just use this as an example. So you can see API Explorer there. You probably can't read what's there, but if you check that out, it looks just like the API Explorer. You can browse through the APIs and actually try them out in situ right here. Next to that, not highlighted though, are our code samples, SDKs, downloads, and like I mentioned, we'll have a doc center as well, so that'll also start becoming surfaced here. So that's the idea, is to bring those developer resources that you need directly into the products where you're using them. So here's the marketplace. The marketplace, like I mentioned, we launched as a technology preview. It's not released yet, but what this is as the name suggests, a marketplace for VMware customers to get access to validated third-party solutions and services. And they can get access to them from either a hybrid cloud on-prem kind of place, or even from vSphere. So vSphere on-prem or in hybrid cloud. That's the idea. On the left, of course, are our ecosystem partners or our developers contributing code, and solutions on the right, the consumers, solutions in the middle, and then what's along the bottom is these are the target platforms. And since this is just a technology preview, what we showed is Monday and yesterday, I had a presentation as well. We showed is how you can deploy third-party solutions and services into VMware Cloud on AWS, which is one of the target platforms. But what you'll notice in the middle there is VKE and PKS. So we envision the in the future, hopefully not in the too distant future, but it's not available yet. But you'll be able to deploy. Developers can write, and customers can then buy, purchase, deploy, or acquire container-based applications and deploy them into container orchestration engines like VKE or PKS. That's the big idea there. So all VMware Compute platforms are targets for this cloud marketplace. If you're interested in staying informed about the cloud marketplace, there's the URL. It's also, if you just go to cloud.vmware.com and click on products and services, you can find the menu of the products and services we offer, and one of them is VMware Cloud Marketplace. You land on this page, click to stay informed, and this is the place where we're going to start, where we're going to go to when we're going to initiate our beta program. So we're going to reach out to some of these. So we'll select some. We're going to do a small beta, but if you want to stay informed, for sure, we'll be informing everyone about the opportunities moving forward on the cloud marketplace here. Here's a good one to take a picture of. This just has some links and access information where to go next to find everything. You can go to code.vmware.com to get access to all of this stuff, and in Marketplace you can find on Marketplace, or I'm sorry, code.vmware.com/cloud.vmware.com/cloud marketplace. All right. That was all the content. I'd love to answer any questions if anyone has any. No questions? Was this helpful? All right. If you have any feedback for me, please don't hesitate to let us know what you're looking for, what you might not have heard that you want to learn about. And we're very interested in making sure that the developer services we offer enables you guys to be successful. That's what we're here for. All right. Thank you.